Our chief meteorologist, John Malan, is retiring next week, March 1st. Can you believe it?
I cannot. And John's first love wasn't the weather. It was sports. His love of the weather came while he was serving in the military.
George Malan joins us now with more on that story.
Well, as you both know, John Malan did 2 tours in Vietnam. The first was in tanks, the second in helicopters. Perhaps it was that time in the air as a gunner aboard a Huey that got John thinking about meteorology. Whatever lit the fire, John's fellow Vietnam vets appreciate that one of their own has long handled the forecast. Forgive me if you've already seen the pictures, but they deserve to be shown again. They are of a handsome teenager, a Major League Baseball prospect turned Vietnam soldier. Like so many men of that era, John Malan was drafted and answered the call of duty. We got together at Solly's Grill for breakfast with a group of John's contemporaries who answered that same call. They didn't know John in Vietnam, but they know him now as a comrade in arms.
Oh, he's been a great help for Vietnam veterans.
That's Glenn Fieber. He owns Solly's. He too served in Nam.
He's not the bragging type of soldier that gets all the awards. You barely know he's got any awards, but he's got great awards. And you know, he was a helicopter gunner. When you're a gunner on a gunship, that's a heck of a responsibility.
Bob Pfeiffer served in the Marines, and while he enjoys taking good-natured jabs at his friends in other service branches, he is candid about his admiration for John.
We didn't know he was a veteran for many, many, many years. And he did 2 tours. He's a pretty, I don't know if I can say it, he's a pretty bad little guy. Door gunner and a tanker, absolutely.
Like John, Jim Cieslik was U.S. Army. He knows John was wounded and awarded the Purple Heart. It's John's humility that strikes him.
He probably did more, from what I understand, than I did. And I'm probably more proud of it than he is. He's more humble than I am, and he deserves the respect more than I do.
All of the men in this breakfast club share an appreciation for what John has done in recent years, focusing attention on his fellow veterans' ongoing service.
Everybody in this room here belongs to 1, 2, or 3 different veteran groups. They spend an awful lot of their own time helping one another. And John Malan gives us more exposure.
Simply put, these veterans viewed John Malan as a brother. And I was authorized by those veterans, John, to invite you to the first Friday morning after your retirement to have breakfast with them at Solly's. And they eat Butterburgers for breakfast.
And are they
Probably.
Of course.
I think, yeah, they
Of course they eat Butterburgers. They're tough guys.
Yeah.
That was 7 o'clock in the morning. We're eating Butterburgers.
Wow.
I don't know if I can live up to all the hype, but the baddest little guy you ever met. And the Marines saying nice things about me. I'm humbled by that.
But the word humble is true. You have been humble about it all.
I want to be a weatherman most. Number one.
You're humble about that too.
I did my duty. I did it. I did it with respect and honor, but I'm a weatherman.
You're a weatherman.
Wait,
and on March 1st, you're going to be retired.
I'm a badass little weatherman.
Yeah, you are.
We believe him on that.
It's too late
Semper
now.
Fi.
It's too late now. Tell us
Maybe
about that
back
weather.
then when I was really thin and flexible.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this warm February weather, which has been just crazy.